Right, thank you for all coming. I've never used Prezi before, so it might not work. But basically, I'm going to talk to you about a little initiative that myself and a colleague did to try and incorporate some video resources into some laboratory-based teaching, which is about exactly what it is. So, if we start off, I know, see it works. Right, so we approached, it was a little initiative for e-learning Pocket of Money a while back, and we asked Janice for some money. We asked her for £100, and she said we couldn't have it, we could have 50. So what we did cost 50 quid. And what we used that money for is we went to TVR, we got them over, because obviously internal, it's nice and cheap, and we got them to film us some little videos. Now, I haven't embedded any because they're on Bob, but basically what happened was that we did some little filming of some just standard laboratory techniques that the students needed to know for some upcoming assessments. So we had two forms of assessment in this second year physiology module. One was written based, that was a lab report. The other one, they'd come in and they'd do a practical skills kind of OSCE based assessment. And so there were little techniques, there were calibrations, there were collections, there was analysis of various bits of data. And we used to have written documents to try and help them revise, but we thought this year maybe for 50 quid we'll try and get some videos. So I came and got TVR over, put a lab coat on, stood about as wooden as I am now, and basically taught people through these procedures. Quite large files, couldn't go onto YouTube and stuff, so we stuck them on Bob. The students could then, you're missing one of them. There were three videos this year out of 6 practical skills they might get assessed on. There were 6 skills they could get assessed on. What they got actually assessed on was completely random. But we just started by making videos for 3 of them. And then we embedded the links to these videos and some little Moodle quizzes on their Moodle page. So basically they had absolutely no excuse for not using them. Okay, QC sickness. Right. We'll start off with what did the students think. So that's what we did. We made these little videos, 5 minutes long, followed that up with a little quiz, hoping that they could therefore kind of learn these little skills in and out of the lab. And how would it work? So, what do they think? Well, obviously students don't like filling in questionnaires. So 48% responded, but out of that, all 100 used the video resources. They might have used it once, they might have used it over 20 times. We asked them in fives how many times they used it, and it did range from 1 to 5 to 15 to 20, but they all used it, and a few of them also used some other video resources to help them practice. Now, I kind of encouraged them to kind of use things such as Khan Academy and YouTube this year. Khan Academy, if you don't know it, it's an absolutely fantastic resource for all disciplines, right through from sciences to English to maths. Check it out. But they all used it. They all used some other supplementary videos to try and help them along. So that's good. They all used it. Also, they have a number of timetabled labs, where I'm in there with them and the technicians there as well, and we help them through these skills. But we try and encourage them to practice outside the lab as well. We try and kind of have pretty much an open lab policy. All they've got to do is book their time slot with our technician, and they can go in and practice in 2s, 3s, 4s. So a really crude measurement of kind of, if you like, engagement was that based upon the year before when there weren't any videos, the number of hours, obviously we can't attribute this necessarily to the videos, but the number of hours that the students were in the lab practicing was much greater. And what we kept trying to get them to do was to load up the video on a computer screen next to the piece of equipment, play, pause, as they were kind of working their way through these techniques. And also, just a little thing on the bottom, because I only looked at this yesterday, I could see that the Moodle quizzes we use about 50-ish times. Now, the class is only 60-odd people, so obviously not everyone used it, but some people were engaging themselves in these little Moodle quizzes. Apologies. So here's just very, very crude kind of feedback, just to kind of talk you through the basically yellow and oranges agree. So videos are easy to access, yes. Videos help me to prepare for the assessment, yes. Use it for other things, pretty much yes. And again, pretty much yes, for they covered all the information. If you look down the bottom with the greens and the reds, basically I only made videos for 3 of the skills. There were 6 they could get assessed on, so they were basically, they'd like them for all 6 rather than the videos I provided didn't cover everything I wanted. I just didn't provide enough videos. But they all seem pretty positive with the videos. Here's a little Wordle. I thought, well, I might as well use everything. So this is their feedback, and you can see, obviously, students use the word video quite a lot to describe the videos, but also clear, good, useful, helped, I'll pick out the only positives. But they seem to be generally quite positive with what they were doing. It was a new thing this year, and that was quite nice to see. Okay, right, so what happened? So they liked it-ish. It cost 50 quid. It didn't take too much time, but was there really much point doing it? Very crude measurement. Again, can't attribute everything to the video, but as they're my videos, I will say they're entirely down to the video. We can see that on the right, on the left, is the grades from last year, so without the videos. And the grade on the right is this year with the videos. And you can see an improvement in the practical scores. It's only 7%. Calculations are also part of the practical assessment. There's an improvement in that. And generally an increase in the overall. You can see, well, obviously, if you start with a mean of 52, there's only one way you can really go. So we're moving in the right direction, though, so that's all right. Last bit of seasickness, I promise. OK, so we did some videos. They cost 50 quid. Students seemed to like them. Grades seemed to go up in that form of assessment. Just to kind of summarise, they were cheap, £50. They seemed quite popular. What was quite good as well, we saw the number of hours the students were going into the lab on their own time went up. If you think about the hours per increase in grade, it might not be so good, but at least they're in there, at least they're practicing, at least they're getting involved. But what was quite key and quite nice to stress is that this goes alongside taught labs rather than just letting them do it on their own. So I would say rather than all in recording everything you want to do and then going on a 52-week holiday, you might need to kind of use it as an additional tool rather than a replacement. And that's basically what I did.
Thank you very much.